Hello, hello. Is anyone out there? Oh, I guess I should share it out. So if you are there, bear with me for a second. Let me go find it on YouTube and share it out. Hi, Grammy Karen. Give me just a second. And Billy Joe, hello. I'm just going to share this on Facebook real quick. Okay, it's shared. Now let me get out of here. Hey, Ed. How are you? Oh my gosh, there's a whole bunch of people in here now. I might have to get my glasses out. Grammy Karen, hello. Billy Joe, hello. Billy Joe's going to send me some skunk jerky, he says. Patty, hello. I was just getting ready to head to the garden. Uh-oh, I just saved you, right? From a day of work. Christy, hi, honey. How are you? And how is your sister doing? Heather, oh my goodness. Heather, are you going to the meetup? I should find my glasses so I could see these comments better. Heather, are you going to the Oklahoma meetup? I would love to meet with you, girl. And Ed's Crazy Homestead, hello. Skunk jerky, yeah, I'll take your word for it, Wickshire. I told you, I commented back on your video and said you can send my share to that Will It Wilt guy. Let's see. I'm just going through to make sure I didn't miss anybody, but oh my goodness. When I do these lives, I'm always like worried. What if nobody shows up and I'm like sitting here talking to myself, and it's never happened, but still, there's like always that doubt in the back of your head. Skunk jerky is wonderful. Billy Joe is always tired and wiped out, but that's because he's a homesteader. Should we talk in caps? I don't know what I did with my, oh, you know what? Here's my glasses. So yeah, maybe I could see, probably see better if I cleaned them, but no, you don't have to talk, and you don't have to yell at me now, Billy Joe. She's calm right now. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah, Christy, I was just talking to my son on the phone last night about the last couple of weeks of my mom's life and how draining that was, you know, when you're the full-time caregiver, and what a blessing it is that she doesn't, she's not in that broken body anymore. Yep, send it to John. I'm sure he could use it for his garden or something, that skunk jerky. Let's see. He just moved and still settling in west and out of Dallas, but still in Texas. Oh, so you're further west now, Heather? Darn, I was hoping to get to meet you, but someday I will have to drive to New Mexico to visit my aunt, so I have to drive all the way through Texas. She's just outside of El Paso, but in New Mexico. You would love a live where you were alone. That would be, then you'd just be listening to yourself talk, Billy. That'd be kind of scary. Hi, Sherry. How are you? I really need to get a better chair for this desk. You never know when you do impromptu lives. You know what, Patty? You're right. But I have to do impromptu lives because my internet is never, every time I think I'm going to go live and then I have no internet. So it's always a hit or miss. Broussard Homestead, hello. Is that Brett or Amy? It's too late. The caps are locked down now. Great. So where are we now? As far as the house or what state I'm in, I'm actually in Arkansas, and where I am now, I still don't have a house here. I'll get into that in a second. Wait, you're moving, Billy Joe? I'm confused. Let's see. Christy, Sherry, everybody's just saying hi. Hello, Drops Family Garden. Chicken pizza pockets. That sounds good. Then Heather, when I go down to see my aunt, I will definitely hit you up and see about stopping by to visit you. Southern Blessed, hello. That must be Max since Patty's already on her account. Okay. I'm just going to scroll through here because I think it's everybody just saying hi to everybody else. Okay, so house updates. The house is still not here. And I am trying so hard to not get depressed. I got a message from the mover a week ago that he was supposed to move it last week. And there was only like a 10% chance of rain, and then it rained like almost every day. And so I just like found myself falling deeper and deeper into this depression because this house is still not here. And then I sent him a message, I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday last week, asking him for an update. And I got this message back that like scared me. He was saying, look, I'm doing it as fast as I can and yada, yada. And so then I called him and come to find out that the seller is also messaging him or calling him constantly. And so because she wants it moved off of her property suddenly, but when I bought it, there was like no hurry to get it moved. In fact, when I bought it, we thought it was going to be 2 or 3 months before it could get moved. So I don't know what her hurry was suddenly, but she was stressing him out. So anyhow, I talked to him, and come to find out he tried to move a mobile on Monday and got his truck stuck, like really badly stuck, damaged his truck. So now he's down to 1 truck, but he's going to try and move it. He said the first early this week or midweek, but then it started raining again. So I am not even going to get my hopes up that it's going to be here before the meetup this weekend, but this next weekend. But because I'm tired of getting my hopes up and then just having them dashed again, and it starts raining, and then I get depressed all over again. And then I saw a post on Facebook where this lady was having her mobile moved, and it got stuck and it got damaged, and they had to wait to have it dug out and all that stuff. And I thought, yeah, no, I don't want to push it. It's going to show up when God has planned for it to show up, and not a moment sooner. And I don't want to rush anything because I don't want my house getting stuck somewhere. So yeah, that's the update on the house. Is we're just waiting for dry days and good weather, and praying that it just moves perfectly and there's no other issues. That part of the issue is that it's being moved from Missouri all the way down here, and they had to excavate a bunch of stuff on the land where it's being moved at. And so all that's like fresh moved dirt, and it just makes mud when it's wet. So let's see. I will move to Kentucky. Yeah, I know how that is, Billy Joe. That's why I'm all the way out here. I wanted my own land where nobody could tell me what to do. So yeah, good that you're going to move to Kentucky. Then you'll be closer. You might get to come to some of these meetups. Max got to go cut the grass before the rains come. Yeah. Speaking of rain. And GM Flower, yes, I'm so not a patient person. Patience is not my virtue, especially when it comes to, getting my house here. But I'm having to learn patience. And then hide the list. Drop says, Southern Blessed Homestead, you need to prioritize your projects and then hide the list. Yeah, I don't know that that would work very well. It's saying new, oh, there it goes. Like it says new comments, but it's not showing them to me. Am I renovating the mobile home or is it semi-temporary? I will be completely renovating the mobile home, but I will be living in it while I renovate it. The original plan was to just get it here, gut it, and then finish it off and then move into it. But with the price of lumber, so when I bought the mobile back in March, the subfloor was like $52 a sheet. Now it's like $78 a sheet. So I'm just and all of the subfloor needs to be replaced. So I'm just watching everything skyrocket and I'm running out of money. So I will probably finish off one room, move into that, and then slowly do the rest of it. Well, finish off one room and the bathroom, and then slowly just do the rest of it. But while I'm living in it. But right now I'm in a 12 by 16 and little hunting cabin. And the mobile home, the master bedroom is like 12 by 14. So it wouldn't be much different than living here, except for I'll just be living in the one room. Hello, Heirloom Permaculture. Drops Family Garden. It's not my projects, it's Patty's list. Yeah, Drops, you don't want to mess with Patty's list. And if my house don't show up here pretty soon, I'm just going to go out there and help Patty do her list because I'm like going bananas here. I'm like getting cabin fever really bad. Thank you, Heather. Heather says, I'm praying for you and your home. Yeah, I know it's a God thing. I mean, the whole way that let me tell you guys a story really quick about how this whole mobile home started out. There was one that was very close to here that needed to work done on it, and she was asking $4,000 for that one. And that one actually sold to the lady who responded to her before me, and that lady had just lost her home in a fire. So that one didn't need as much work as the one that I'm getting, but the family that it went to didn't know how to do the work. So it was just like perfect the way that that one got sold. So when I went to go buy this one, I kind of knew, I don't show you that in the video, but I kind of knew as soon as I walked in, like even with the issues with the electrical and stuff, that had really good bones, and that was the one I was going to be buying. And so it costs less to purchase it, but it's costing me more to have it moved. But the way that it worked out was that the people that I bought it from he's a pastor and his wife bought this land, and there was these two mobiles on it, and they wound up paying $2,500 extra or they wound up paying $2,500 more than they wanted to for the land that they bought. And they're just going to get rid of everything that's on the land and build their own home. And so they decided to sell that mobile, that one of the mobiles that was on there for $2,500. The other one is not salvageable at all. In fact, I think that's what the excavator took out this last week. So it actually worked out perfect that they were able to get back the money that they overpaid on it. And really great guy and his wife, they're just really, really nice people. So the way it all kind of fell together, it was like everything else with this move, everything just kind of fell into place and with no effort on my part. However, getting this thing moved here, I just have to remember, it's all going to fall into place with no effort on my part. And I need to stay out of it because it's going to show up when it shows up. Let me just catch up on messages here. John, you need to say hi to Mac. You didn't say hi to him, and he's over there pouting in the corner now. I'm just kidding. Christy, I cut grass yesterday. Allergies are kicking me in the backside now. Yeah, I have never had allergies in my life until I came out here, and I think it's the mold underneath the leaves because there's been the leaves out there have been sitting there for years and years and years. and there's a lot of mold in it. But every time I went out to the property before when we were working on it, I would just horrible allergies. Now I can go over there and I have no issues. So I think it was just all those leaves. Meant to be RVing, hello. And Shepherd's Homestead, hello. Oh, sore spot lumber, yeah, I know. I'm just hoping that it drops back down, but I don't think it's going to. So all right, Mac, we'll see you later. I'm way behind on, you guys are just super chatty here today. Are there any local sawmills with wood a little cheaper? There are, Heather, but they are not dried wood. So as far as building lumber, I will have to get that full price. But for stuff that I'm doing outside, I can get wood from local sawmills. Let's see, my little house is still on friend's property. The movers want twice as much now to move it. Oh my goodness, Christy. And I understand that the gas is going up, but really not that much. That's just crazy. I'm not paying $8 for a 2x4x8 or $70 for a sheet of OSB. Yeah, I went and got some 2x4s last week so that I can build an outdoor shower. And I bought 10 2x4x8s and it was $85. Hello, Red. How are you? I have to say, Red, I saw the picture of you standing the outside rails on your deck, and I was like, right on. You go, girl. Okay. Billy says, my plans are an H122 sawmill. $2,600 will recoup all the costs. I so wish I was young enough to still do that, Billy Joe, because I've watched some of the videos of people that are milling their own wood. And then reality strikes and, you know, like I'd have to get that log up onto the mill and this body ain't doing that no more. So maybe when I was back in my 20s, but not now. Now, if I can get my son to move out here, but I don't think he's ready. He likes the city life too much. Yes, I do have great, wonderful friends, Ed, thank you, that are around to help. So that's awesome. Let me just see. Meant to be RVing says that is awesome. Things happen for a reason. And yes, they do. I'm a firm believer of that. So I just need to remember that there's a reason why it's not here. Red says, I didn't have any allergies until I moved here. So I understand that. Yeah, I'm hoping that it's just the leaf mold and it goes away. Because now I know what my son and my mom suffered through. They have horrible allergies. Now I'm like, oh, now I understand. Heather says, when I moved, I got local honey and it was helped my allergies stay calm. I probably need to do that. I have a whole thing of honey, but it was from Washington, and I don't think that's going to help me here. Let's see. Sherry from Apricot Tiny House. Hello. I know Sherry's going to the meetup. I know Ed's going to the meetup. Southern Blessed is going to try to go to the meetup. Who else in here is going to the meetup this weekend? And Christy says, I might have to hang up sheets for an outdoor shower. I'm actually going to just use these 2x4s to frame it. I'm going to use trees. So I'm going to go cut down little 4-inch trees that are relatively straight and use those as the posts. And use the 2x4s just to kind of tie it together. And then for siding on it, I'm going to use the tops of cedar. Oh, my thing just went off wacky. I'm going to use the tops of the cedar logs. So there's a mill around here where we can get a whole bunch of those. Kind of, if you've seen the video that when we did siding on the outside of Jan and Susan's chicken coop, we used some of those log tops, and that's what I'm planning on using on the outside of my shower because it's super cheap wood. Let me catch up on these comments. Let's see. Yeah, the wind would blow. Thankfully, Christy, there is nobody out here to see that happened here. Of course, with my luck, though, that would be the one time somebody drives down the wrong street or whatever. The Wickershire Project says, I wish we were in a position of philanthropy. It'll happen. We can bless our friends with help, but be it physical work, get together barn raising parties, complete solar units. I completely agree, Billy. It's funny. Red says it's funny. Travis had allergies before moving here. I picked up where he left over. You know, my mom moved from Southern California. She had horrible allergies there, and she moved to Newark, which was up in the Bay Area. And she said her allergies got better then, but then over the years, they started getting worse again. And she went through those. She went through that thing where they gave you shots all the time. I could never do that. Like, I remember her giving herself shots in the legs each day to give her a little bit of what she was allergic to or something. And it did help her, but yeah, I couldn't have done that. I'd be like, nope, I'll take the allergies. Thank you. So, all right, who else going to this meetup? I didn't see anybody write anything else in here. I know Ed's going. And I know Ed's driving right now, so don't be texting while you're driving. I think my internet's like slow because suddenly 3 minutes ago, all the text or the chat stopped. Am I still live? Let me check on here. There's a meetup in Oklahoma, in Pryor, Oklahoma. And I am going to go to that on Friday. Red says I have to poke myself enough because of giving myself shots from the diabetes. I ain't taking any more shots. I don't blame you. Breakfast with sardines and grapefruit juice. Oh, that's interesting, Billy Joe. Oh, you all just stopped chatting. Okay, good. Because I was like, wait, my internet here is so horrible. I did go over to the land a couple days ago thinking that I would do a live from there and took my little, I have a little MiFi here. I don't know, can you guys see that? Yeah. This is my internet right here. Wait, where is it? Right there. And I took it over to the property thinking I would try and do a live from the property because it's so pretty over there. And I had 0 bars. So, and then I had 1 bar on my phone, and they're both Verizon. So I don't know how internet's going to be once I move over there. I may not be able to do lives anymore, but Kiss My Grass says I have an ew expression on my face right now. Yeah, sardines and grapefruit. There's something wrong with Billy Joe. That's not right. That and skunk jerky, right, Billy Joe? Anyhow, so my internet over at the property right now is even worse than it is here, and it's just the next ridge over, so it doesn't make any sense. And it's closer to the tower, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to put my Yagi antenna like way up in a tree or something, and hope for the best. I don't know. Grapefruit can mask any flavor. Yeah. I like grapefruit juice. I don't like sardines. I mean, they're okay. I'd eat them if I had to, but anyhow, so other updates. Actually, my son called me on Mother's Day, and I have not seen my son in 5.5 years since he went into the Marines. I saw him at his graduation 5.5 years ago, and then I haven't seen him since then. And so I was talking to him, and he, for whatever reason, he thought I was moving to Wyoming, I think, because the last time I talked to him on the phone, I was in the hotel in Wyoming. But he's like, oh, you're in Arkansas. I'll be there at the end of the month. So now the plan is for the meetup, I'm going to go over to the meetup, which is like a 5-hour drive from here. go to the meetup, and then I'm actually leaving on Friday, staying in a hotel Friday night and Saturday night. Thank you, Sherry from the Apricot Tiny House. And then Sunday morning after the meetup, I'm actually, instead of driving home, I'm going to drive down to Texarkana, which is where my son is. So I'll get to see him. And I talked to him on the phone last night. I'm like, maybe we could do a live chat, from Texarkana. So maybe the Sunday after the meetup, next Sunday, if we can get a signal, we may be doing a live chat with my youngest son. I'm like super excited because I haven't seen him in forever. And then he also informed me that he's coming up the first week of July. So he'll actually be here to help me out. Ed says, I'm going to the meetup and then I'm going to find some property in Arkansas or Oklahoma because I have to move. Yep. There's plenty of land around here, Ed. Skunk jerky. Yeah, I'll pass on that, Billy Joe. I am super jazzed that I get to see my son. I actually talked to him on the phone last night. He's like, okay, I got 5 minutes to chat or whatever. And I think we talked for an hour and a half. So that was super nice. And he's been in the Marines. He's in the reserves. So he goes out once a month to do his little reserve stint. And then he's going to school full time. Plus he's working full time. So he hasn't been anywhere in 5.5 years, but now he's only got one class left in college, and he gets out of the Marines in October. So things are starting to wind down for him. So yes, I will be super elated to get to spend time with him. So that put me in a better mood after all this rain. But I thought, I thought coming to Arkansas from Washington, I wouldn't have all this rain anymore. And oh my goodness. I mean, it's good that it's raining. I need the rain. I need to collect water eventually, but it needs to just stop for a week or so that I can get a house, and then it can rain. Kiss My Grass says he's a busy man. He is. I think he kind of takes after mom. I did the working full-time, going to college full-time, and raising 4 teenagers on my own full-time. So that I could, I was on a fast track to get my degree in my 30s. I went back to college in my 30s because I wanted to get my degree before my kids graduated high school, so I could say do as I did. And yeah, it was a struggle to get it all done. Okay, Patty, go have fun and enjoy your dry day before the rains come. So who else is going to this meetup? And Kiss My Grass, you're in Virginia, right? So you're kind of far from where the meetup is. And then the other meetup I'm going to go to, I've already got my room, is the Kentucky Picnic. I still have to make candles today. I'm using citronella to use for them when we are outside. Yeah, I thought so. I remembered Virginia because of the gun thing. So anyhow, that's my updates. I have not got over to even build my my outdoor shower yet. Mainly because I'd have to load up all my tools, take them over there, use them, and then load them all up and bring them back. And so now I'm kind of rethinking that. Maybe I just want to wait for the house to show up and then do the outdoor shower. Oh, the other thing that happened was they came and chipped up all the treetops that were on the property over there that we had moved. When we cleared the lot, we had moved a lot of the branches that we didn't use for firewood. We moved them over to where my garden is. And so the tree guys came back out and chippered all those up. So now the garden area is clear again from all that debris. Now we just have to cut down the dead trees. Red is 3 hours from us. We've met. She's a who. I would love to meet Red. Red reminds me so much. She has the same sense of humor and the same attitude that my mom had. And so I would love to meet Red in person. Oh, you're dehydrating oregano. That's cool. See, I can't wait to do all that stuff again, but not until I have a kitchen or a dry house. And I don't even need to have a kitchen for that because I have a dehydrator I can plug in. But I get too far ahead of myself. Like I want to be planting a garden already, but there's no water. So I have to keep reminding myself I have to go in steps. So. And then I want chickens already, so I want to go over there and build the chicken coop, but I have no water over there. So I have to step back and go, okay, no, I need a building first so I can collect water. And speaking of dehydrating, I need to do that too. I need to get off my butt. Yeah, who is it that said, it was Ed that said the other day he was going to kick my butt? I said, I have to get off of it for someone to kick it. I feel like all I've been doing is sitting on my butt lately. So anyone want to come up on here and join me in this chat, Miss Red or Billy Joe? I could share out a link if you guys want to join. You just got 3 new babies. See, I'm behind on videos too because my internet's been bad, but I'll have to go check it out, Billy Joe. Okay, let me put, how do I do this? I hit invite. Is that it? Yep, here it is. It's been a while since I've done this. So let me put it out there and hopefully nobody, I don't get the idiots again. Hello, Victoria, honey. How are you? And see who pops up. Now I got to remember how to put people in here too. Let me make this a bigger screen. That's probably better. Yeah, we'll see who shows up on the live. This will be interesting. But I figured for me right now, it's easier to just do live streams when I get a signal than to try and put up a video because there's nothing really to video either. I couldn't plant veggies and fruits this year with a smaller temporary place, so I planted herbs and I saw my first rosemary seed germinate today since Friday. That's awesome, Heather. I went out and I went to go buy, I have these hanging planters, so I went to go put hanging planter up, and I went to go buy flowers, and then I was at Walmart and then I saw strawberries. So I'm like, why am I planting flowers? I can put strawberries in there. So I have strawberries growing in my little hanging planter. Hello, Ed.
Hello. How are you?
I am anxious. I want this house here so bad.
Yeah, I bet.
Hello,
But
Springfield Ridge Farm. That's got to be Teresa?
Doesn't look too healthy over here.
What's that?
Let me show you.
I wonder if my internet can handle streaming all these people. We'll find out. Are you there, Ed, or am I buffering?
I can't hear you.
Yeah, you're frozen on my screen.
Hold on, my Bluetooth's getting turned down. Here. All right, try that.
Red, who has dark clouds? Oh, wonderful, Teresa. I'm sitting with my mom too. I just can't see her, but I know she's here. It looks stormy ahead of who? Oh, Ed has dark clouds. Okay. I'm like, it's not stormy here. I want no more rain. Please, no more rain. Oh, okay. I missed that part. And I think he's like, oh, there he went. I think, or was it me that went? I don't trust this internet. I am supposed to get high-speed internet out here sometime this year, but we'll see. I'll believe it when it's here. Hello, Farm and HVAC. I don't know your first name. Okay, well, I'll put this link up here again if anybody else wants to jump up here. Hi, Vicky, how are you? Red says, I wouldn't mind the rain. We just put in our potatoes yesterday, 3 weeks behind. Yeah, I'm hearing that everybody's behind. It makes me wonder if maybe I will get to plant something this year. I mean, I do have mustard seeds.
Something to share. 1 minute. I don't know how to shut this StreamYard. Hold on.
I do have mustard. If you just mute your YouTube page.
Hold on.
I do have mustard.
Oh
If
boy.
you just mute your YouTube page.
All right. Oh boy.
Yeah, we're still getting feedback, Victoria. You need to mute the or close out the YouTube page.
We're going to try this again.
Yeah, there you go. Well, no, it's still freezing up, Ed.
I'm not froze.
This is often caused by unstable internet connection. Oh, it's telling me that I'm having trouble connecting. Weird.
Yeah.
Hey, Jerry, how are you? You guys, Little Creek Homestead is Vicky and Jerry rigging it is Jerry. They're the ones that came out and helped me clear the lot with Jan and Jan from our Serenity Homestead. Heather says, are you family with the Stivers? Yes, she is.
Look, Ma,
Yeah,
no
and
hands.
it's like, oh my goodness. The insurance agent in me is freaking out right now, Ed. And now you're frozen again.
How am I frozen? Maybe on your end.
Okay, let's try this again. I don't know if my internet can stream this many. We'll find out.
I can always step down. I just want to say hi. I'm going to see you in 4
Okay.
days. So
I know, I'm like super jazzed.
yep. Ah,
Are you there, Vicky? Oh,
I'm
we lost him
here.
again. Now we got Billy Joe too.
Hey,
I'm
can
curious.
you
to
get
see if my
another
internet
window
can-
and make us smaller? Anne Marie,
Let's see.
You-
Like this.
there you go. That's better.
Hey, I'm learning stuff. I'm not. Who says I'm too old?
You're never
Wicker
too
Shire,
old.
yeah, I see you in the basement. Billy Joe, I'm gonna put you back in the basement. That's where you belong. We had the mushrooms down there.
I'm very
What's
used to
that?
being in there. I'm very used to being in there. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
And Jerry rigging it. Life would be so much better once the house is here, but life is what it is.
Marianne, I need your address so I can send you one of my stickers.
Okay.
Victoria, is that a
Oh,
green
you know
screen?
what? I still haven't put that on my page, huh? I wrote a note last time and then I totally forgot. So I'll write another note. Update address.
Ed, that's gray hair, man. I got a young voice. I'm just not a young chicken.
Do you want me to give you my
Okay,
email so
I'm
you
getting
can
like
email me your address? Oh, well, you can send it to me in Messenger, I guess.
Okay, I could do that.
Yeah.
I'm
And,
getting like robotic. Is that my internet?
Probably.
Well, I don't know. if
Little
you're
Creek
gonna be
Homestead
able to
says
see
you're
it.
never too old. My mom used to say you're never too old, you're only too dead.
Uh-oh, we lost Marianne. Or Anne Marie, I mean, excuse me.
And
Come
we're
back.
still here. We're still here.
We lost her. Where'd she go?
Welcome to the Victoria Wickershire Project Show.
There she is. We lost you. You disappeared.
Am I back? But now you
Yep.
guys are both show as dark.
It's fine.
Anyway, I
You'll
was
see
trying to show
yourself
you the
out.
stickers. The stickers look like my background. So let me see if I can get out of the way.
Yeah, I'm not getting sound either. I think that's just my internet. Let me see if I can get a better signal. Sometimes if I move this thing around. Yeah, I think
We
I'm
can hear
losing
you.
it.
You
Are you
can't
still
hear
there,
me?
Victoria?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? We
Yeah, she
lost
dropped
her
out
again.
again. Just a weak signal on her behalf.
Yeah, maybe I should drop down so that, because maybe too many people up here at one time is messing with it.
No, it's just her connection, her own personal connection.
Well, I
We have
hope
a
she
weak-
can get back up
Yeah,
here.
we have a weak signal here, but seems to be stable because they run the DSL off the
Yeah,
cable.
she's buffering right now.
She said her connection's terrible.
I'm having a hard time. I'm used to Google, but my Google stopped working on my new computer. And so I'm using not StreamYard, Internet. What is the name of this one? I can't see it right now because it's saying StreamYard, but I think it's Microsoft Edge, yes. And I don't know how to, like, when I came up here, I had to drop out, then go to the YouTube, mute it, and then enter StreamYard because I don't know how to jump. You know, like on Google, you can just go to the top and hit back or whatever and go right to the YouTube, or open a new page and go right to the YouTube. And this Microsoft Edge, I don't see how you can do that. So it's really strange. I like Google better.
Oh, golly. Okay, let's see. I moved my Wi-Fi again, so maybe this will be better.
Can you hear me?
Red says, I feel like I'm in a game of peekaboo. That's exactly what I feel like.
Testing.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I need to get some aluminum foil.
Anne Marie, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you now.
All right. Yeah, this is what the stickers look like, Anne Marie. Behind me.
Now it's robotic. This has got to be my internet. See, this is why I don't upload videos.
Well, I'm going to drop
It's so
down. I just
annoying.
wanted to come up and say hello.
Gone again.
Well, I'm going to drop down. Tell her I just came up to say, hey, nice to meet everybody in the chat. Please come check me out. This is my channel name right there. Oh, wait, right there, right there. That's my channel name right there. Victoria May.
Victoria May.
Life Unfiltered. So please come check me out. Anne Marie, I'm
Okay.
stoked for you, and I can't wait to see your videos as you're building again.
Oh, me too.
You
Can't wait
almost
to be
got done
building
with
again.
the last one, and the people got an awesome deal when you sold it, I'm sure. But I can't wait to see the upcoming videos.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, tiny
getting
home.
robotic again, so I don't think my internet can handle this
I'm gonna go.
live streaming with other people on it. I don't know.
I just wanted to come up and say hi to you, Anne Marie.
Okay, sweetie.
Love you pieces. Uh-oh, we lost her again. All right.
It's the Wickershire Project Show. Welcome, folks. We've taken over Big Dreams Homestead's channel.
Hey, you're not hijacking my channel, bud. I didn't even hear everything that you said, but I know what you were
Oh,
saying.
good. It's only bad things and all trouble. I'm just here to wreak havoc. Actually,
He's the resident troll, right?
yeah, I'm the most loved troll on the internet. Nobody realizes that. They're like,
Yeah.
you should come up on live. You should come to our chats. And I'm like, I'm a troll. I'm a love troll. I do it right. You know, I pick on everybody.
Some trolls are kind of, fun to have around.
This guy right here.
Yeah, exactly. There's another one, Nathan from Samson Farms. He's a fun troll also. Oh, I missed Little Creek left Vicky. So bye, Vicky. She's probably already out in the garden planting stuff.
So tiny homes do really well on the internet. They do.
What's
People
that?
love searching for tiny home builds.
I didn't hear you.
Let me move this. Any better? Volume wise?
Yeah, I think it's my internet. It like cuts in and out. The voice like goes robotic for a few
That's your
seconds, but
side.
this is better than what it was. So
Yeah, that's your side.
I can't wait to have high-speed internet.
Yeah, I was saying tiny homes do really well on the internet, especially on YouTube. People love tiny home builds.
Oh, mine. When I went to go sell mine, I listed it on a Wednesday night.
And it sold.
By Thursday, I had 3,200 responses to it.
Yep.
And I sold it Friday morning. So it was like a little over 24 hours that it was on the market, and it sold to the very first person who came out.
She dropped again, but the property we get, we're probably going to want to do a Airbnb. So it'd be building a tiny home, showing how to do that, doing the rainwater, the solar, getting the garden built up, and then building the cabins, and then doing the Airbnb and renting them out and make some money on the side while you live on that property. It's got to be unrestricted. It's got to be built right. And I think we're going to list it on Vrbo, VRBO. Yeah, that's a new site that does all the Airbnb rentals.
You can also do it on hippiecamp.com. Tiny houses are against the law in West Virginia. Really? I know the girl who bought my tiny home is struggling right now because she was one county over from me. She was only like a 20-minute drive from me, less than 20 miles. But she was in a different county, and they're giving her a hard time she's trying to get it permitted over there, and they're giving her a really hard time about it. So I feel bad for her.
Just leave people
but
alone.
They were allowed in my county. What's that?
Leave people alone. I said, leave people alone. Let them do their thing.
It is so, in Washington, it is so horrible. So they have squatter laws in Washington.
Yeah.
And so any homeless group of people can come onto her property, trash it, go to the bathroom wherever they want to on the property without any septic involved at all, whatever. And if she wants to try and get them off of her property, she would have to fight tooth and nail and pay thousands of dollars to lawyers to get her off. But yet she can't go move on to her own property with septic and electric and, whatever in her own tiny home. They won't allow that, but they'll allow squatters to go live on her property. It is ridiculous. Infuriating. I'm so glad that I'm out of Washington, because it was crazy. Okay, Little Creek is leaving again. I got to get food planted before the rain moves in. Don't speak the word rain. No. Okay, what were you saying, Billy?
Some parts of Tennessee are okay, as long as they're not near a major city. They don't mind the whole cabin, tiny home kind of thing. The hardest part is being near city water or city electricity. If you're like 300 feet near it, most states you're required to hook up to it. So we don't want to do that. We want to be isolated. We want to be definitely unrestricted and not too far off the beaten path, but far enough away where they can't say, hey, you have to do this, you have to do that. I was like, okay, you're the city, you pay to hook it up to me. I'm not paying you $3,000 or $4,000 to hook up the water. Forget about it.
No, I know. I just paid $700 to have electric to the property. But to me,
How
that's
far?
a whole lot cheaper than doing solar. So, and my brain, I don't understand solar at all.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a mini series on solar step by step. I'm
I,
going to make
I'll be watching
a blog post.
I'll be
Yeah,
watching
I'm
it.
just
'Cause I want to do some stuff solar, but I don't have the funds for solar right now anyhow. So it was
the
just
minimal
easier
amount.
for me to pay the 700.
The minimal amount for a tiny home. You know, we're talking a refrigerator and a stove. With that comes lights and a water pump, a computer and phones. You're going to end up spending around $3,000 to $5,000 minimal, somewhere around there. You
Yeah.
got the funds for that, and that's just keeping the refrigerator running. So once you start stacking batteries on, you can actually keep the air conditioner on all night. Yes, you can run air conditioner all day. The sun's out.
Yeah.
The sun comes in, it powers the solar, runs the air conditioner. But at nighttime, when it's
Right.
hot and muggy, that's where the trouble comes in. You need enough
Yep.
battery power to last you.
And the
batteries
batteries are what cost
expensive.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
batteries going to cost. Solar's cheap. Solar's practically free. It doesn't cost a lot. The inverters, not so much. Yeah, they're cheap. Batteries, yeah, batteries will, it's like giving blood. They won't. And if you don't get the right kind of batteries, what if you got lead acid batteries? You can only use 25% of the power. So that much power, just one of these. And this has
Yeah.
to stay in the battery, or you damage it, and it's still only going to last 3 years. But lithium batteries last 15 to 25 years. You can use 80% of the power. So yeah, out of fingers, 8.
Well, and then if you get a generator back up too, if you have it hooked up to a generator also, then
you can smell the gas.
Hey, Dave.
Got to start it. And
I'm sorry, what's that?
maintenance, and I was like, there's the smell of gasoline, there's the noise, and generators are meh.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying that I actually went to a conference one time on solar energy, and it was put on by Generac, and they were talking about if you have generator backup, and then your battery bank could help with the generator backup, or you could use your generator backup to help. It was to help put the power back into the batteries if you didn't have enough sun, stuff like that. But
so
it was
the main thing with solar is you should never have to depend on a generator. You build a system where you are a minimalist. Right. And by a minimalist, I mean, don't keep every light on in the house. Don't use the high powered equipment all the time. When you do things like washing or cooking, you do it during the day when the sun's out.
Right.
That way the battery power is mostly for a few lights and to really run the refrigerator. You don't need a big battery bank. Yeah. You don't. But if you've got a big family there, like if you've got like a family of 6, mother, father, and 4 kids, the kids aren't going to listen. They don't leave lights on. They're going to run everything. They're just going to drain the battery pack down.
Yeah. Hello, Sugar Creek Homestead. Yeah, no, I would love to do at least some solar.
She'll be back. Just give her a few minutes. Her internet's a little wanky.
The wind blows and the internet goes. I'm telling you. So irritating.
You need more tinfoil. Need more tinfoil on the roof.
Well, I have this Yagi antenna out there, and I got a Z-Boost, and none of it's... Anyhow,
Are you growing anything?
Says we use a generator for boosting our batteries in the winter. Yeah, and that's what they were talking about at this conference was, okay, so Billy Joe, what I'm used to is Washington, where there is no sun. So you had to have a generator or whatever to help because you couldn't have enough solar panels to get any solar out there, it made it impossible to even do it.
If there's a lot of cloud coverage and it's winter time, it's not a perfect angle. The good thing about winter is the voltage on the panel goes up. So if it's an MPPT solar charge controller, you actually get more amps coming in with colder weather. So it kind of balances. But if you don't have enough sun hours, you know what I mean, winter, that's where it hurts. You're like, I got 3 sun hours today, or it was cloudy. You're not getting any solar. You're trickling in less than 100 watts of power. You might have a 3,000 watt system sitting up there, and you're pulling in like 20, 30, 40 watts of power. Yeah, it's a trickle charge. You're not gonna, yeah. And if it's like that for 3 days, you'll definitely run your batteries down. And that's when, yeah, of course, you should have a generator.
Yeah. No, I'll have grid. I mean, I'll be on the grid, but there are other
Grid
things
side.
that I want to power off grid. So eventually I'll have some solar out there, but I have to finish off a house first.
Yeah, build it minimalist. You know what I mean? Just get the things you need: your washer, your dryer, your oven, your lights. Just basic.
You don't
big
need a
things
washer and a dryer, a plunger and a bucket, man. Hang the clothes up to dry.
See her? She
I
knows
mean,
what she's
like,
doing.
really?
This is how you go off grid. You know what you're doing. Yeah, we want to dry compost, definitely.
Yep.
I can't stand having septic on the property. That's disgusting.
Yeah. That and what are the cesspools? Some of them do cesspools or whatever. I was like, yeah, no, I don't think so.
No, I don't need.
Uh,
I just don't need a hot day and smelling that. And
No.
when it's a compost bucket, it's dry. It's got urine in it, but
Yep.
and poop, but it's mostly wood chips and soil or coconut core, and it goes out in a dry mass, and it goes out to the compost pile. And you pile all your other organics in there. How many times have you gone out to your compost pile and smelled it from the house? You don't. It's compost.
No.
You know, same thing with human
But
manure.
you don't put it in the
If you
same
just make-
compost that you don't put that into the same compost that you put for your vegetables.
Not for your vegetables, no.
Okay.
But for your
I'm like,
shrubs
yeah,
and
no.
trees, yeah, for your
Yeah,
shrubs
you
and
can do
trees,
shrubs and
absolutely.
trees.
You
I'll
bare
just-
land where the rocks are showing, or there's a lot of clay or something. You want to
Yep.
cover that up with human manure and just throw some grass seed down, let it reclaim itself.
Hello, Robert from
Hey,
Homestead
Robert.
Aquarius says thumbs up for you, Big Dreams Homestead. Just now saw you were on. Yeah, I don't get to schedule live streams because I never know when I'm gonna have an internet signal, and I will probably fade in and out of here quite a few times, but we'll try it. Usage of the dryer is not practical. You know, Sugar Creek, I'm from California where we had a perpetual drought constantly. But I never knew until I moved here that it takes 50 gallons. When you run a load of in your washing machine, it takes 50 gallons of water to run a load of laundry in a washing machine. And I had no idea until I came out here and I learned that from Jan. I mean, she said it and I Googled it and I'm like, yeah, it's 40, 50 gallons of water for each load of laundry. I am not about to waste rainwater like that. So I have a washer and dryer, but I doubt I'll even hook them up. Hello, Angel from Milwaukee. Wow.
We have an RV washer out there. It's 120 watts and it uses about 5 gallons. It's made for underwear and socks and a t-shirt and some shorts and stuff. You're not washing the blankets. That is you would put that in the big washer if you had to go do that. But it doesn't use any power. You run it during the day, it doesn't even touch the batteries. And then it spins dry. You hang them up, they're dry in about a half hour. We love the little RV
so
water.
windy here. It's so windy here that your clothes outside dry really fast. But I've just been going over to the laundromat instead because, you know, it's cheaper and easier to just run a load over there once a week than to deal with trying to catch rainwater here. 50 gallons of it for a load is insane. So, yeah, so I'm still learning. I mean, there's still stuff I can learn, but that's one of them.
I think it's in Pennsylvania. They've got those big rainwater cisterns. They're about like, I don't know, they're any size. But I'm always thinking for a small, tiny home, if you got 1,500 gallon system, you know what I mean? That would run the tiny home, even during drought seasons and stuff. You'd have plenty of water for showering, a military shower. Turn the water on, soap up, turn the water off, get out. So what did you want to do? What was your ideas? Did you want to run a gray water system out to the garden area and have that all sand filtered through pea gravel and sand and burnt
it will not go to the garden.
tile? What is it?
So my gray water will just go into a dry well. My garden is actually across the lot from, it's too far from where my gray water will be coming off. So my gray water from the house will water whatever I plant around my house, which will be flowers or whatever, but
Flower
the
beds and stuff,
vegetable
yeah.
garden will be too far away.
Get some trees in there, some fruit nut trees and or whatever. Yeah, that'd be great.
too.
I love that.
Yeah, I already have pecan trees on the property. There's blackberries growing wild everywhere, so I don't need to plant any of those. I could just go pick whatever I want. But I want blueberry. I want so much, but again, I don't want to put any money into planting anything until I have a way to collect water over there. So once the building shows up, I could put up gutters and start collecting water. And my what I'd like to do is get a 2,500 gallon tank to collect the water in. That way I have water.
That's a big system. Yeah, that's good. Because
Well, yeah, but what's that?
yeah, once it fills up, you're good to go.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly. I won't use that. I mean, I go
Don't use
through
that.
right now, I'm going through maybe 5 gallons a week, and most of that is the dog drinking it. But once I add chickens and all that stuff, yeah, water goes fast.
Even with a small system, let's say you had 1,000 gallons and it's a small system, 1,000 gallon tank. You're gonna learn to live with it. You'll know your seasons the longer you live there. You can look at the rainfall average in where you live. If you look at the map of the United States, you know how it shows the desert and the coast,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it changes from green to brown. That's how you know how much rain you have. We picked Virginia because it's always 70 here. The night times are always 60 here. You know, it does get to 80, but it's sun, rain, sun, rain, sun, rain, rain, sun, rain. It's always raining here constantly, and it's always sunny. So it's either raining or sunny. So we watered the garden twice last year. You know, this is a perfect area.
Well, that's
Yeah,
kind of
it's
like
perfect area.
Washington. You don't have to water a garden in Washington. So I'm still learning it all. Let's see. Christy Vet says, got hand washing in the sink now. Yep. And I've been buying smaller blankets rather than comforters, so it's easier to wash by hand.
Smart.
And lightweight towels. Yeah.
Yep. Very smart.
Yep.
I
And
mean,
Angel
in the winter,
says, you're living my dream. Well, right now I'm living in a hunting cabin.
you got to make do. That happens.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I'm not complaining at all. It's better than a tent.
Right? Yeah, better than a tent.
And Christy, that's exactly it. My dog will drink a gallon of water a day. And then if I want to add chickens and bunnies, which is eventually my goal, so I have to have, I won't take on any more animals until I can make sure I have the resources to take care of.
Are you doing rabbits for meat and for manure? Because
yes,
meat's good and manure is wonderful for the garden.
Yep.
And you're doing chickens for the same purpose, to help you garden.
Exactly.
To produce manure and for meat and eggs.
Yeah. Those are about the only animals that I'll have room for on where I'm at. Maybe later as I buy up more land that's around me, then maybe I can add goats or something. But yeah, no, I want just bunnies and chickens. It's just me, so I don't want to be like so overwhelmed with taking care of animals that I'm not enjoying life either. So
are you gonna go more perennial food forest? That way you don't have to keep planting. Of course, you're gonna have to plant your lettuce, but you want it, but you want a perennial. You know, it's like, oh, it's October. We should go collect apples and fruit and nuts. You know what I mean? And just produce.
Angel,
berry
yes.
Bushes, you can't go wrong.
I'm sorry. What's that, Billy?
Berry bushes, you can't go wrong. Asparagus comes up every year. You know, the usual things that reproduce themselves.
Yep.
More ideal.
I know I've never raised quail. I would like to, but I've never raised quail. My sister did. Hello, Red Road.
Quail eggs, the size of a quarter.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. No, it's not quails. I want guineas, because guineas are the ones that eat the ticks and chase off the.
I love guinea hens. I think they're awesome.
Yeah. So it's not quail. It was guineas that I want to try. And
they roost up high, so they're away from the predators. You know.
Nice. The barnyard chicken says I one goat to keep the yard clean. But goats
Mhm.
are also more of a pack animal. They get along better when they have two or three. Kind of like
2 or 3.
chickens.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to have just one.
No. Or else the
And
chicken will be
I
next
don't
to you
have
in bed.
I don't have stuff growing on the ground because I'm under such heavy tree cover where I'm at. That may change though now that I cleared that one lot, but there is only one little 35 by 100-foot area, and my house is going to cover most of that. So hopefully I
So
won't
if you,
have a lot of weeds to weed eat.
yeah, but the idea on that is, lay down the cardboard, lay down the wood chips nice and thick. You won't ever have to weed anything. You'll have your raised
I'm
beds or your
hoping
garden
to,
area.
after the house comes, I'm hoping to put gravel down so that that'll keep it away from the
Mhm.
house.
Keep it,
And
yep. And the
then,
water drains out. The water drains away.
yep. Hello, the Woodhaven. Are you in the new house already? Gosh, I wish. Oh, welcome back, Heather. No, I am not in the house yet. It has not been delivered yet. It will get here in God's time when it's
I like
dry
that
and it
channel
won't
name.
get stuck in the mud. What's that?
That's a good channel name, the Woodhaven. I feel like I want to go there
Yeah.
and have myself an ale, and hang out at the Woodhaven.
There you go.
Eating some smoked meat on a stick.
Now, Red Road, are you going to the meetup in Oklahoma this week? And
Who's
Sugar
hosting
Creek
it again?
Homestead. Huh?
Who's hosting it? Who's hosting it?
The Payne family, the Sawyers.
I love the Sawyers. Awesome.
Yeah, me too. But there's so many of my friends that are going that I have to go just to meet up with people like Southern Blessed Homestead and, those guys. Sherry at Apricot Tiny House is going. Ed's Crazy Homestead is going. Christy says it was killing me not to buy chicks and guineas at the farmers co-op, but need to move
Right.
first. Christy, I was just at the farm store here the other day getting my dog some food, and I was like looking at the little baby ducks and chickens, and she comes over and she's all, "Can I help you with something?" I'm like, "No," because I so wish I could.
I'll be right back. 1 second.
Oh, the Woodhaven is going. Awesome. I'll get to see you there. Angel, yeah, it's being put on by Crocker and the Payne family and the Sawyers. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the meetup. I used to sit in Washington and watch all you guys do all your meetups every year, and they were way too far away from me, and now I get to go to them all. So I'm super excited. Oh my goodness.
It's an Americana.
Now that's a Wyandotte?
Americana.
What? Oh, Americana. I knew you told me, but I couldn't remember.
So we're gonna get some blue and green eggs. Can't wait for that. Very excited.
Very nice.
You're gonna.
I know when I get chickens, my goal was to get them from Jeff down at Bobblehead, but I haven't been able to get a hold of him, so I'm hoping he's at the meetup. It's the exciting Southeast Baptist Church in Pryor, Oklahoma. Yes. And Christy says, "Oh, they laugh at me at that store. I moan and groan about wanting chicks." Yeah, they'll get to know me too. I have too many animals for meetups. See, that's what I'm afraid of, Sugar Creek, is I don't want to have so many animals and it's just me. Oh, Jeff will be there. Good. Because I want to meet up with him, but I have no way of contacting him. And I want to when I get my chicks, I want to be able to drive down, meet him in a parking lot somewhere and buy them from him. I think that would be way cool. I've been following his channel since he moved into his mobile home. When he first bought that land out there. Anyhow, so no, eventually I'll get chickens, but I don't want to have so many that I can't go anywhere either. I know, I'm like starting to wonder how many people are going to be at this meetup, and hopefully I'll like recognize people.
So did you mention about getting animals? When you get animals and you're by yourself, you're trapped there. You know that. You can't go away for a week.
Yes, I understand that. I can go away for a day or two,
Yeah,
And
that's it.
yeah,
So,
and
so
honestly,
chickens,
like the
chickens, you
only
can get
time I
lots of.
went away from Washington is, and I had my sister there with me, but when I left Washington, well, I left for 6 months to take care of my mom, but I left to come here to buy the land. So in 5 years, I left here to come here, and I left once to go to my son's when he graduated from the Marine boot camp. Those are the only 2 times I left for a weekend. So it's not like, I'm out traveling a whole bunch anymore. I already did all my traveling. Red says, by the end of June, we will have 22 chickens and raising chicks for someone till they get their first feathers and all. That is going to be so awesome. And Red Road, you know what? I forget I could do this. Red Rose says, me too, Sugar Creek. It's just me here. Yep. Now how do you take, okay. Wait, did I hide that? No, I don't know what I just did. Okay. Christy says, I will be by myself, but can't imagine life without animals. Yeah, there's no way I could go with that. And I have a dog and cats anyhow. So even if I didn't have other animals on the homestead, I still can't leave for very long.
Cats I don't find very useful. Dogs I do. They'll alert you. Yeah, and just at least a dog and at least some chickens, minimal. Just a couple.
Well, my dog will go with me wherever I go. Homestead Aquarius says automatic feeders and waters give a good long leash for a trip. Yeah. So I know with chickens and bunnies, I can leave them enough food to get through a few days so I can go off to a meetup somewhere. But that's about the only traveling I plan on doing anyhow. Heather says, oh, that's awesome. She's responding to somebody else. Where's Ed at? Did we lose Ed?
He's just driving.
The Woodhaven, my cats are awesome mousers. I think my one kitten caught herself a snake yesterday because she came back with her whole front paw is swollen and it's got 2 little scabs on it. So I think she kind of got nabbed by a snake, but she's out running around again today. So she's doing a little bit better. Kiss My Grass says, I'm raising them for my sister. Her granddaughter, due to health reasons, can't be around small chicks. Red, I can't wait until I can have chickens and let them just be broody and raise their own. I won't do a incubator. I'll just let them do it themselves. Angel, I don't have neighbors out here. I think the only neighbor I have is like bears and Red Road Homestead. Hello, Homestead Aquarius. Yeah, Christy,
Do you hunt?
do I hunt? No, but
No.
my son is coming up in July and he hunts. And so I'm going to have him teach me how to do some hunting. He hunts ducks and stuff like that. What's
Everything.
that? What?
Yeah, he hunts everything. He basically hunts everything. Do you do
Marine,
fishing?
anything.
Do you do fishing?
No,
No,
it's another skill I need to learn.
not hard. It really isn't.
Yeah, well, I got bit by a snake this morning. Oh my goodness, Red. I'm terrified of snakes. So I am trying to keep an eye on the chat too. We have 4 cats and 3 dogs and soon 22 chickens. Red, we had 6 cats in Washington, and my sister, we'd come out each morning and there'd be dead mice everywhere. These cats there's field mice everywhere out there, and they were constantly catching mice. Now out here, the only thing I see them going after is butterflies and crickets. Oh, thank you, Candyland. Our goal here is sustainability and animal systems are required, right? My male cat came dragging up a full-size squirrel. Yeah, one of my cats in Washington came back with a chipmunk. I was like kind of shocked at. As long as they don't bring me any skunks like Billy Joe's dogs, I'm good with that.
Yeah, that's my last video.
Hello, Minnesota gal. I had to get more boxes and pick up my new chair. Are you getting moved yet? Yeah, Sugar Creek. I haven't worked since 2008. I mean, not like at my regular job. But I'm a homebody. I don't like going out into the public much. I mean, it's going to be huge for me to go to this meetup because there's going to be so many people there, and I don't do crowds well, so it'll be interesting. Yes, the skunk jerky. You need to enable super chat setup. I am not monetized, Woodhaven, so which is part of the issue here. If I can get internet, I can get more videos up. Oh, I have no idea. I'm like halfway. What happened was because I took 6 months off to take care of my mom, all those hours that I had fell off. So it's almost like starting all over again. So I think I had like 1,700 hours or something. I have a long way to go for monetization.
Yeah, but it's good because you got the sub count, and because of what you're doing is going to bring in the watch hours.
Well,
you know that already by building.
I was never going to monetize my channel. I don't watch ads. I don't believe in ads. For me, if I don't see ads on TV and whatever, then I don't know that this stuff exists. So I don't have the need to go out and buy it. So I save money by not watching ads. That's my mentality in it. And they just irk me there, you know, especially like the Super Bowl ads where they're so off the wall.
Trash. Drink beer.
Really?
Drink more
Why
beer.
can't you just say go buy this insurance? Instead, you got to do some weird stuff. So I'm not a big fan of ads and marketing like that. So I was never going to monetize my channel, but YouTube and its infinite wisdom, and I understand why they're doing it because I was in business too. You know, they're putting the platform out there. They might as well put the ads out there and get the revenue for it. So now I am of the school of, hell, if you're going to put ads on my videos anyhow and make my viewers watch them, then I might as well make money off of it. So eventually, if it's meant to be, I'll get monetized and make money off of it. And if not, no big deal.
So if given the chance, I'm 100% gonna monetize and show products and you get the ads in. This is just revenue. What am I gonna do with the money?
Right.
I'm gonna improve where I live. You know.
Right.
So
Well, and that's what I'm
more,
thinking is if I do get monetized, heck, that might help pay for some of this wood that I suddenly have to buy that's super expensive.
next year it'll go down in 2022. It'll drop. My personal goal right now, I'm keeping track of the cost of a 2x4 by 8 foot. So I've watched it go from $639 to $725 up to $831. So it's still climbing.
They were $2. They were $2.60 a piece when I started building my tiny home in Washington before COVID. $2.60 a piece. Now they're like $9 a piece.
I've seen them at $1.88. I like those days.
Yeah. I'm like so disgusted right now. Only place we travel to is either to my parents, and last year we got to meet Lazy Acres. Oh, Red, I am so jealous. Someday I'll get to go up that way and meet people, but I'd have to have somebody stay here with my animals. And
Red got to meet that guy.
Made getting monetized guilt-free now for everyone. I could use a free bag of potting soil every once in a while. That's about how much you'd make off of it too, Homestead Aquarius. That's what I'm understanding is, unless you have the views, you can have the hours and the subs, but unless you have the views, like thousands and thousands of views on each video, you're not going to make much money. Which is, you know, I couldn't care less. God's providing for me already.
Like if you have 100, I'm not saying, but I'm saying if you have 100,000 subscribers, you're going to get about on average 10 to 15,000 views for that day. But you have to have 100,000 subscribers because only like 5 or 10% of your sub count actually watches. The rest of the people go to work and have lives and come watch YouTube on the weekend.
I have seen some channels that have like 5,000-6,000 subscribers, and they're putting out 3 or 4 videos a week, which I can't see myself putting out that many videos a week. I don't have that much time. But they're putting out 3 or 4 videos a week, and they have like 7 views on them. Yeah, they have 6,000 subscribers and 7 views on a video. They're not making anything.
We're just under 500 subscribers. We do maybe 1 or 2 videos a week, but I make sure they're funny or they're entertaining or it's me not medicated and I'm just twitching away. You know, and people just like you know, like when you watch, you know, me doing the skunk jerky thing, I'm like, yeah, I'm not happy with that. You know, it's just my brain's all over the place.
No, when I see your videos come up, I'm like, oh, I got to go see what this clown's doing this week.
Right, right.
I enjoy watching yours because you make them funny. Mine are kind of
Right.
like, okay, she's like still showing us empty land. Yoo-hoo, boring.
You got to think about it. We've got 30 acres here. I've got a garden. I've got a camp house. We've got chickens. We've got a pig. We got a tractor, and we're growing stuff. Like, how many times can I show that? Like, it's up
Exactly.
here. I got to keep
It
you
is.
entertained up here.
It is. I know. I think the same thing. Like I have nothing to share, but really I did. But I
You do,
always think,
though.
what am I going to share today? Hey, Rick. Rick is General Vlog Video. He's also building a tiny home. So if you guys haven't, go check out he's doing a shed conversion. I got views and success to buy a used solo cut from Dumb Driveway Dirt. But one day, potting soils.
Woodhaven.
Oh,
the
Angel,
same
you
person.
leaving? Have a great day, Angel. You look like that Billy Joe McAllister. Yeah, he does kind of, huh? I think this is his alter ego here. The evil twin. Now, Billy Joe, when you buy property somewhere else, are you still going to do the Wickershire project? You're just going to move it to your own land, or
Oh no,
are you
it's the
going to
Wickershire
change?
project. It's the Wickershire project unleashed.
Oh, okay. Good Lord.
You're gonna get banana hammock gardening day in and day out. Enjoy it, and I'm not shaving.
I know you were just joking with Haven.
Well,
Jump
there
off the
is
bridge.
Naked Gardening Day, so it will be 18 plus, and I'm not a shy
Oh
person.
my God. Yeah, no, I'll stay away from that one.
All right.
So how soon are you looking at moving?
Next year. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I need the tax return to come back. I've got my eye on 4 properties. I got a North Carolina property I want. I've got 2 properties in Kentucky that I want, and I've got I call it one property, but there's like multiple properties within that property in Tennessee.
Yeah, that's what I got.
There's like 30 of them that are all the same size and same price. They're
Right.
dirt cheap, unrestricted. There's no road
That's
there.
what I bought
It's a dirt
here.
road.
That's exactly what I bought here. So it's a dirt road. And right now I have 7, and then there's 4 more that I'm going to purchase. And then I'll start hitting up the people that own the other ones that have never even been out to the land and offering them money so that I have all of them that are in my area.
Yeah, and just kind of collect them together. And then you can B&B it. Once you're done with that, you make some money or whatever, you save up, whatever. You could do another small couple cabins around in those little places and just rent them out.
No. I would buy, if I'm going to do a B&B or whatever, if I'm going to do the hippie camp thing, I'm going to buy lots away from my house.
Yeah. Yeah.
And build a little cabin way away from my house and rent that out. I don't want people out where I'm at.
You're funny, Robert.
See. Wickershire OnlyFans account available soon. Help Billy get his land. Yeah, there you go, Robert.
Yeah.
I'm heading into the dead zone. Wish you all the best. Okay, Sugar Creek. I don't know your first name. I'm horrible with names anyhow. Yeah, next year I so want to do this Shed Wars thing. Who is doing a shed to house conversion? Homestead Aquarius. That is General Vlog Video.
So Shed Wars is fun. You know, all it is, it's just a big community that grows food. That's all we are. And then they made it fun by splitting us into teams, and we like kind of fake fight with each other. That's the Shed War. It's a
I just
gimmicky.
want to be on the Will It Snow team or Will It Wilt or whatever that guy's name is. Because he's still trying to figure out how to grow stuff. If he's got to name his channel Will It Grow.
John's a good guy. John's a really good guy. He's a nice guy. He's a loving guy. He's a great guy to mess with. He's got a personality. He's got a persona that he does.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll teach you and point fingers. He's harmless. He doesn't mean all that stuff.
I know.
It's all good. It's all in fun.
Have a good day, Sugar Cake. I'm not sure my dogs would tolerate strangers. Yeah, mine either, Christy. Any stranger that came up here would lose their arm because they'd have to throw her the stick a gazillion times. Oh, and
See,
yeah,
now,
Red Road has Shed to Home too. Anyhow, Red Road has Shed to House also. John is funny. John is fun to pick on. So that's why I don't want to be on his team. I want to be on the opposite team so I can still give him a hard time.
we have a
The
watering hole,
Wicked-
Robert. It's not so much a pond. It's a little watering hole for the local animals. It's not, again, it's not, it's the pond's maybe 6 to 8 inches deep. You can't grow anything in it.
General Vlog Video. The meetup is in Pryor, Oklahoma this weekend coming up. And it's a YouTubers reunion or something like that. I don't know the name of it. But it's being put on by the Sawyers and Payne family and the Crockers. And but it's basically a whole bunch of YouTubers are going to it. So I finally get to meet. Yeah. I'm going to meet up with my friends that are going to it. And that's all I'll say on that. So and then hopefully I'll get to see like yeah, I don't even know if Dutch is going to it. I don't watch any of those channels anymore, but a Concrete Cistern.
So the concrete cistern is old and broken. The little frogs are in there. It's just that's a little tiny watering hole. It's probably 6 feet across. There's a small pond to the north, down the hill. I was hacking with a Mossy Oaks machete during it, and that's only 6 inches deep, and it's probably like 20 feet by 20 feet. It's not really big. It was just for the cows when they were raising cows and horses to sip on. There's probably water bugs and frogs in there, if anything. But you won't be growing fish. There's no way it wouldn't support them. It'd be too low in oxygen. It's just not deep enough.
I would love to meet Dutch and the Arms family. Their son, Houston, reminds me so much of my son, my Marine son. When he was little, that is exactly, little Houston reminds me of him a lot. Yeah. I'm trying to be politically correct, Heather, but there are some channels I don't watch TV because I don't like drama. So I'm not going to watch channels that have drama on them. And that's all I'll say about that. So, so if there was some drama, I have no clue what happened because I don't watch it.
Are you talking about
there's a lot of homesteaders out here in this area that are going to that meetup, and that's who I'm going out to meet. And then Ed's Crazy Homestead's going to be there. Sherry from the Apricot Tiny House is going to be there, and then she's going to come out to this area afterwards to see about buying land out here. So Hidden Heights, Moorhead Family Home. Yeah, I watched them. Arms Family Home are not going. Darn it. Oh well. Yeah, someday I'll get to meet all of them. I know I'm also going to go to the Kentucky, the Homesteaders Picnic in Kentucky in September. And so I'll get to meet a lot of people that I've been following for a long time when I go to that one. Yeah, I don't watch television, and that's the reason. So I don't even watch movies or drama.
For me, those types of meetups are a general waste of money and time. Yeah, you get to see everybody, great, but you don't learn anything. You really don't. Places like Justin Rhodes, Joel Salatin, when they hold the meetups and like the Mother Earth News and stuff, that's an education. You're getting your money's worth right there. You learn stuff. Then you bring that stuff home with you and you apply it. That's I need to learn.
It's not so much. I mean, yeah, I can go to any homesteader conference. They just have one here this weekend in Arkansas, and I didn't go to it. I have been to homesteading conferences before, but for me, I want to go meet the people that I've been following along for forever and make new friends.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Heather has to start somewhere. That will be a great thing about a big meetup. Lots of variety of friends. Yeah, but then the downside to that is if you're like me and you don't like crowds, I'll probably be like sucking my thumb in the corner going, oh my gosh, it's too people-y in here. They're actually having classes on foraging and sawmill. Oh yeah, I did hear that they were doing a sawmill demonstration or something, and I'd love to see that.
Yeah, same here. I want to learn how to forage. I want to learn how to use a sawmill. I could figure it out myself, but if someone's going to show me and I paid for it, absolutely.
Yeah, and Christy, I hope you get to go to the Kentucky meetup too, because I would love to meet you.
Where's the Kentucky meetup being held at? Because that doesn't sound too far away.
Okay,
know?
someone tell me it's in
Does anyone know?
Lake something or River something. What's the name of the town where the Kentucky meetup is? Someone in here knows it. I could go. I want to say it's Lake Charles, but that's not it. That's in Louisiana.
That's too far for me. I recently drove down to Florida. That was a 13.5-hour trip. It's just any place that far south is just too far.
Yeah, if I have to drive more than 8 hours, when I go to this meetup, it's 5 hours away to Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not too bad.
And then when I leave there, I'm going to go 5 hours south to Texarkana to meet with my son for the day, and then 5 hours back home. So I'm going to be in the car 10 hours that day, which is not my idea of fun, especially at my age. Okay, Heartland Homesteaders, and it is in, let me look this up. It is, well, darn it. Announcements, topics, events. Oh, you're driving from Utah? Oh my goodness. Okay, I did that when I moved out here during blizzards. Would not want to do it again, but okay, it is September 11th, 2021, and it is Grand Rivers, Kentucky.
Grand Rivers, Kentucky. All right.
Yeah,
I'm
so
actually
that
looking
one,
up.
and I
wanna see
think
how
that one's
far.
like 6 hours from me. So I've already got my room reserved for that one because I know I'm not driving out there in one day and then driving back. But yeah, the Woodhaven, I used to like driving. I used to drive all over the place camping with my kids. I'd just throw a tent in the car and take them camping all over the place. So we went, I think we did 2,800 miles in a week camping one time. And I'm over it. But I used to drive a lot. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm going to be watching. I hope you're videoing that trip and stopping at some of the places I flew right through in my U-Haul.
So that's going to be about
That was
300 miles from us.
Oh, it's not bad. That's
Not
about how
too-
far it is for me to go to this meetup.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Oh, it's right
Okay,
below the
Red,
Shawnee National Forest.
Well, and that's a good excuse to come down and look at properties too.
Yep.
Like if it's going to be in the area of where you're going to be buying your land out.
Actually,
I know,
where we're going to buy is just north of us. Not too far. It's about an hour away.
In Kentucky?
Yep.
Wait, Kentucky is north of you? Aren't you in Virginia right now?
Yeah, I'm at the foot of Virginia. I'm in Jonesville. You know how Virginia's got a little foot that goes way out, way down the bottom? That's where I am. I'm like touching Tennessee. I can spit on Tennessee from here.
Oh,
I wouldn't spit on
okay.
Tennessee. But I'm way down there.
Like,
I'm right in the corner.
You're
of the place.
actually near me. Because, oh, you're touching Tennessee on the east side of Tennessee.
Yeah, like
right?
45 minutes, I can be in Knoxville. You know what I mean? I'm that close.
Okay. And I'm like 2 hours from Memphis on the other side of the state.
Oh, okay. Yeah, way down there.
Stopping to look at some properties in Arizona. I've driven all through that area, Woodhaven. You should stop and go to, I always tell people, they talk about going to the Grand Canyon. I'm like, skip the Grand Canyon, go to Bryce Canyon. It's so beautiful. Christy Beth says, I'm hilarious crawling out of a tent now at my age. Yeah, that would be me, Christy. Heather has to start somewhere. Okay, you better not spit on Tennessee. My son,
metaphor.
so his last summer that he was at home, before he graduated high school, I went out and bought a tent trailer so that him and I could go camping that last summer, because I knew that I wasn't going to be camping in a tent anymore. And I just sold that like 2 years ago. I wish I still had it now.
They're great because you fold them down so they're wind resistant. You're not plowing through the wind with them, and they're lightweight and they've got everything in them. They're just not bear proof.
Well, no, they're not bear proof, but nothing really is anyhow. And I camped in mine in the snow. It didn't matter. It was snowing
Really?
outside and we were still camping in it. Yeah, it stayed warm. It stayed dry. So
Does it have flaps on it? You can bring the flaps down to kind of make it not airtight, but wind resistant, sort of.
no, it had a hard top.
Oh, it's a hard top.
So yeah, so the pop-up tent trailers, they're a hard top. So the top pops up and then you put the beds out. And on the bed, the canvas part is where the beds are. But those, I thought that they would, once they got wet, just like a regular tent, it would like seep in, and they never did. I'm not on the one I had, but now I'm looking at them, and I sold mine for like $800. Now I'm looking at them, they're like $5,000-$6,000 for one out here, and I'm like, no, I'm not spending that money on it. So.
But I always thought they were like mosquito netting, and the wind blows through, and you freeze your butt off. No?
Oh, no. It's really a heavy duty canvas. And the only part that's canvas is the walls. The top of it's actually the same hard casing that they have on the sides. So
Yeah,
when you fold it up, yeah.
How do you feel
So
about
that
the space
stays on the roof of it.
Is it spacious? Is it spacious enough? Is it like a tent? Is it spacious like a big tent? Is enough
I'm
room?
gonna say yeah. Mine was about the same size as my 10-man tent, but
so comfortable.
You have the floor space is whatever size you buy of the trailer,
Sure.
And then the beds pop out from there, so
it gets them out of the way. It puts the beds on the outside, and leaves that whole 8 by 10 foot area to yourself.
Well, that whole 8 by 10 area, you have a dinette area, and then you have your toilet, and then you have your cooking area if you cook inside, and your sink.
They never come with a shower, huh?
Nope. I don't know. They might have some now that have showers, but mine didn't have a shower. Mine didn't have a toilet in it either because I didn't want one in it. So all that stuff got put outside. But yeah.
Cool.
Anyhow, so now eventually I want to do solar, and when I do, maybe by then you'll be out here and you can come out and help me set up some solar, Billy.
Like I said, the further towards the end of not this year, but next year, if you're doing it, we're all going to know. It's not like I'm going to vanish off. Either of us going to vanish off the homesteading community. We're all going to be here.
It's going to take me a long time. I'm on a limited budget. So once my money runs out that I have now on this build, which will run out fast because I have to have electric and stuff like that put in. But once that money is gone, then I'll just be going as I can each month. And then it'll take me a while to save up afterwards.
Like even if we visit, it would be just to make sure that your wire gauge is sized correctly, that your batteries are orientated and healthy. It would just be a rundown of what you got and make sure that everything's fine tuned and correctly wired in and all that.
Right.
Just to make sure you're not undersizing your wires. Let's say you had a 500 watt system, but you've undersized the wire to like 10 gauge.
Yeah.
And, from the inverter to the batteries. That's not enough to get your amps through. That's why your refrigerator keeps shutting down. It was like your wire's undersized. We just make sure that everything's kosher.
Yeah. Kiss My Grass says, with the broken pelvis, there's no way I'm camping anymore. Yeah. I'm kind of camping now. If you really, I'm glamping right now, I guess. And I have been for years, so I'm kind of over camping. Although if I had a pop-up tent trailer again, then when I go to these meetups or whatever, I could just stay in that, and that would be kind of cool. So I'm not beyond buying a wrecker one and fixing it up.
Mm-hmm.
But
they're nice to have.
Not on my priority list right now.
Right.
I'd actually prefer to get a bus like like Jaylena did, and finish out a bus and take that places. But
I always write, like the Crockers and Jaylena and stuff. When I talk to them, I always write them out like people like, "Hi, how you doing? Love the show. Hate what you're doing." Like they leave these short little comments and just like, "Have a nice day." Mine are paragraphs full of information.
Yeah.
I just make sure that they're okay and that I can provide them with as much free knowledge. They don't have to read it. They don't have to take anything in. But if they do, it's always about the topic they're showing. Why else would you show the video?
Right. Well, and some of those that have so many followers, it's like I'll go watch their video, but I don't comment on them anymore because I'll look down and there'll be like 1,700 comments.
And
Well, as a creator, I know that there is no way that you even have time to. So every once in a while, I'll leave a "Hey, great video," but I don't expect a response back from them because there's so many. Unless I have something valuable to information to give them.
Yeah, as long as you hit that, as long as you watch at least 30 seconds of it and then hit the like. The worst thing you can do to a channel is to like click on the channel and then hit the like button immediately. That in the AI doesn't register because it just shows that you've watched nothing. So how could you like or hate the video? The AI is smart. If you've watched 30 seconds of it, you're like, "Oh, this is interesting. I'm gonna like this." Then it registers.
A lot of things that people don't know too is that if you go to a channel and you just subscribe without watching a video and without commenting,
your subscription goes away, doesn't count.
Back away. A van I could sleep in would be nice, hopefully with decent gas mileage. Exactly, Christy. Even a van. I keep seeing vans for sale here, and I'm like, nope, I gotta like focus on my house first. But even a van would be kind of cool too. As long as I have a place to sleep, I'm good. And it'd be great if I didn't have to tow it, so. And Candy says, totally understand, I'm hurt too, yeah.
I've always liked the idea of the drivable vans that have the whole RV thing built into them. I don't like the two separate unit kind of thing. I don't want to tow something.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. I don't like that idea. I just want to be able to drive, park, set up, and enjoy.
The RVs that have the cab over bed, all of them leak, and they all spring leak.
Front? Yeah.
I'd rather have a van or a bus that's like solid on the outside and nothing's leaking on it, and then
You know what it is? That sleeping compartment is made for a 125-pound person. It's made for a kid. You've got the dad, the 225-pound dad crawling up in there. Yeah. He's just bending it and he's just cracking all the seals on it. And the first rain, water damage.
The way that RVs are made, and a lot of people that have RVs don't realize that it's all like silicone caulked on the outside, and you have to constantly, every year, go back out and recaulk the entire thing, or it's going to leak. And so RVs are just stapled together plastic, and not even OSB. It's like chipboard.
How many people park their RV, then put their canvas, whatever you call those, canvas tent? They're made for RVs and trucks and stuff. You drive in, the aluminum poles go over, and you stretch the roof. You're supposed to have that typically if you're storing them, or if you're driving out long term. You're supposed to have that when you go out to the desert. You know what I mean? To keep the sun off the RV.
Because the sun will crack it. My trailer was parked underneath trees, and I kept tarps over it to keep the water and the stuff off of it, but it still would leak. You still have to get in there, and then we had mold growing on it and like all that stuff. So I don't want to live in another RV again, and not for any long length of time. If it came down to that, I think I'd just go buy a little 8x10 shed and stick it on the property and stay in that until the house is built. But I don't think I want to buy another RV.
So Christy Betts, yeah, exactly. 8 to 12 miles to the gallon is not the best choice of an RV.
Yeah.
It's just chugging along, and it's drinking 400 gallons of gas just to go 200 miles.
Some of those RVs use so much gas, I might as well stay in a hotel. Not only that, but then you have the insurance on it. Yeah. And, I'm a retired insurance agent. So, and then Kiss My Grass says, my mom and dad had an RV. They don't travel now. They got from West Virginia to Oregon in 2 days, and they even stopped. Theirs never leaked. Yeah. Well, and that's you know, they might not, but what happens is, over time, over years, you know, you could just have it parked in the yard and never even go anywhere, but eventually that silicone is going to fail on it, or the butyl tape that they use is going to fail, and you have to go out and redo it or it will leak.
I wonder,
And that
do
happens
you
over
think,
time.
do you think the aluminum trailers, they look like a hot dog? They're aluminum. They're
Oh, I
very
know what
shiny.
you're talking about. The
Those are Airstreams. Those gotta
yeah,
be better, right? Those are probably better to live in. or
I would
use.
hope so, but yeah, I don't know.
It's all one. It's a submarine on wheels.
Yeah, but it still has the Airstreams that I've seen have been strips of metal. So it's still got gaps in it where it would have to be, I don't know. I know my brother had one that it was strips of metal on it, but he might have just redone it. Minnesota Gal says, when we pulled my Airstream to Missouri, we got about 8 miles to the gallon, but it was awesome. Yeah. And pulling any trailer is going to cost money. All right, Heather, thank you for stopping in. When I came out here with the U-Haul truck, I was in a 20-foot U-Haul truck, so it was a smaller one. I paid $1,400 in gas to get 2,200 miles.
Wow.
Yeah. So anytime you're pulling anything like that, actually, I think the best setup for me would be like if I had a truck and then one of those cab overs on the truck. But again, the cab overs leak, so I think a van would work. I had a friend in an Airstream, did pretty well. And even the vans, though, like I don't think Jaylena got all that great of gas mileage. I think she was getting like 11 miles to the gallon or something like that in hers. I had asked her.
Yeah, gas doesn't do well with that much weight. If you go on a bus, you kind of want diesel. I know I hate the smell, but diesel produces so much power per mileage. Diesel's going to be way better.
Gas costs more right now, so you might get better gas mileage, but you're paying more for the gas. It just doesn't make sense. And that would be great, like if I was living in one and wanted to go travel, which is what I originally wanted to do, but now I'm too old. I'm not too old. I'm too lazy. I just want to build my property out and stay home.
Yeah.
And I say that because I've been living in a RV and then in the cabin here for going on 3.5 years now. I just want my own place and, settle down and be able to get out my crafts and all that stuff and do crafting again and do all my hobbies again. So
are you doing raised beds, or are you doing like a garden area in the soil?
No, I have to do raised beds. We have, well, first of all, me getting down on my hands and knees to plant anything is not going to happen. And we have rocks here. So I know when my friend first looked at the property, because I bought my property sight unseen, and she went out and looked at it and she's like, oh, it's got great soil. And I'm like, I don't care about the soil because I'm doing raised beds, man. Makes no difference to me. But because she's like, oh, you could plant on this side or whatever. And oh yeah, no, I'll be doing raised beds. So my plan is to raise beds with cinder blocks like I did in Washington. And I initially was just going to start with straw bales. And then as those broke down, add soil to them. But
top of them. Yeah.
I have so much compost over there now that from clearing that other lot. And then I have a unlimited source of mulch where he'll come and drop loads of mulch whenever I need. So awesome. Once I get those beds set up, I don't think I even need to do straw bales. I mean, I may still on some of them, but the majority of them I should be able to fill up with what I have composting there right now.
So what I would do is pick out a part of the property and just tell them, dude, just bring me chips.
Oh, he is.
Yeah,
he already. Okay, so that's what I started to say is when he chipped up the treetops for me, he chipped them into the area where we already gathered up all the leaves from the property, and I still have 5 more lots to rake, so I still have tons more leaves to go over there. But when he chippered it all up, he chippered it on top of the leaves that we had already had piled up, And then he dumped this load. He had a whole truckload, and he's like, "You want more?" And I'm like, "Sure." And so he dumped that whole
Absolutely.
truckload onto there.
Yeah.
So I have
You
a
bring
huge
Bring
truckload
that
in
gold
there.
here.
Exactly. And then he's like, anytime you want more, just call us and we'll drop it off that day, because he's trying to find places to dump this stuff. So I was like, oh, that's awesome.
Imagine,
So
imagine having
eventually,
a property. Imagine having a property 8 inches in wood chips, and that breaks down over a couple of years. You know how rich that? Oh, it's just
Oh,
good
yeah.
stuff. Good stuff.
well, and I could have him do that in the lower area. Oh, you're giving me ideas here, but yeah, not now. Got to be careful with wood chips. You may get termites. Yes, that's Red. That's exactly why my garden is so far away from my house. So where my house is, I will have gravel all around it on that lot.
Mostly wood chips come from green trees, though. So
And well, and
termites.
no, he said because it's not treated that I would get termites. He told me don't put this near your house, but because it's coming from green wood, yes, but some of those are dead trees that they chipped up, so
Right.
that got eaten by termites. So yeah, I'm not going to put any wood chips on the lot where my house is going to be. Hello, Farm and HVAC. Around my mobile, I'll have what do you call it? Little pea gravel, and then I'll plant flowers because I'll finally get to plant flowers again. I'm so excited. But anyhow, so on the lot where I cleared for my house, that'll all be flowers and maybe some tea garden stuff like that. But all the vegetables and fruit trees and all that stuff will be away from the house.
Is the lilacs the ones that come up for like a week or two and then they drop off? They just flower like, oh, we're pretty yellow orange flowers, and then they're gone. Is it lilacs? Not tulips. Lilacs.
I know lilac tree. I don't know about a lilac flower. Maybe someone in here can answer it. She says, I got termites and mulch one time. The fire ants ate them. Yeah.
Fire ants are ferocious.
Oh my gosh. Did you guys hear this story about my, the first time I saw lightning bugs? I have never seen fireflies, lightning bugs in my life.
Thunderbugs.
They kept saying that they have them out here. And I'm like, well, I haven't seen them yet. And then I went out to go call my cats. And like, I thought, you know, it was dark outside and I thought I saw this little flashing and I thought it was the cat, and it wasn't the cat. And then I'm like, what is that? And then I'm looking around and they're everywhere and they're just flickering. And I'm like,
yeah,
am I having a seizure or ocular migraine or
property. It's gorgeous. We got them on our property. Like, there are nights where it's just lit up all over the fields and we just sit out there. Just
for some reason, I thought they were like only at dusk. I didn't think that they came out in the dark like that. So it was pretty cool. I was like sitting here watching them afterwards once I figured out what it was. But at first I thought I was like either having a seizure or an ocular migraine or something. You know, everywhere you look, there's these flashing lights, and it was kind of cool.
They're harmless, you know. The kids play with them on their hands. I've picked them up.
It's
They're
just
pretty
me
harmless.
and my, you know, California stupidity. It was fun though. Yeah, I can see. I mean, I'm not chasing anything because I ain't running. But I could see where, you know, little kids would have a blast chasing them and catching them. I'm sure my cats, that's why they didn't come in that night. They're out there trying to catch these flickering things out there.
I'm going to be right back. Got to get some more coffee in this.
Okay.
I love having the jitters.
Ed, are you still out there? Do you want to come back up?
Is he driving?
My signal seems to be doing great now. Or anyone else? Red, do you want to come up? Let me post this link again. But I figured I'd just do live streams whenever I can because that's about the only. Hello, Rockstar Atharva. I figured the only way I'm going to get videos up right now, because there's nothing to videotape, or to keep you guys updated on stuff, is to do live streams whenever I do have internet, which happens to be right now. But if you missed the beginning of this live where I was talking about, I get to meet up with my son, the Marine, in Texarkana next weekend, right after the meetup. And so I we'll try and do a live then. Oh, you're from India, Rockstar Farva? I can't pronounce that. Oh, that would be awesome. Christy, I think that would be so great to watch my grandkids do it, although I doubt my grandkids will ever come all the way out here. My daughter's a single mom with 3 kids. I don't think she can afford even time off work to come out, so. But that's funny that you mentioned that, because my grandson, when he was little, he's 14 now, but when he was little, he was constantly like running around. He had a lot of energy. And so I used to call him my little lightning bug, even though I had never seen a lightning bug. Oh, Red, it shows that you're in there, but it says device is not connected. Oh, there she is. Let's see how my internet does now.
Hello.
Hello, lady.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
Oh,
When I was a kid, I grew up in a country setting because we were a small town. And, you know, there was like 3 other towns around us. And all in all, there was.
I'm just
a white-
getting robotic voices.
Oh. Huh.
Can you guys hear her okay, or is it net? There goes mine. Darn it.
Hi, Christy. Is that better?
Let's hang out for a second, see what happens.
All right.
Like maybe it'll catch up.
Hey, Red.
Hey, Billy.
I saw her for 2 seconds. I know who you are immediately.
Oh, I'm going to shoot 2 video things for you. One as Ted and the other one as Red.
You have an alternate personality
Yeah, has a mustache.
and a mustache. I guess I could do Billy and Billie
Okay, am
Jean.
I
I've got
back?
enough weight on me to have man boobs, so.
Oh, Lord.
Can you guys? Okay. I'm here now. Yay. Now
All
let's
right,
see. Now it's showing me in here twice.
It was just a few seconds ago, but it's not any longer.
It probably takes time for the other one to drop out while the new one comes in. It's just lag. You're fine on our. You're absolutely fine
there it
on
went.
our end.
I don't know about that, but
Yeah, I got.
now did I?
was
Now you
telling-
guys both froze up on me, huh?
I was telling Billy Joe about my alternate personality. It's called Ted. She
She
froze
can't
up.
handle
I
two
think
people on
three
here.
knocks me off. I
Well, as soon
know,
as we
but
get-
I don't think my internet can handle it. Because I can hear Billy Joe just fine, but with Red, it's like it I hear
Robotic.
robotic voices.
Do I understand?
No, now I can hear you fine.
Oh, wonderful.
Figures, huh? But I think I'm gonna do more late night, like late night at 10 o'clock my time, lives, because I seem to get great internet then. It seems to be like from 4 o'clock, which it is now, from 4 o'clock until about 9, 10 o'clock that I get.
And she went bye-bye.
Yeah, she'll pop in and
I'll
out.
tell you the quick story of Ted. I was in 2 families one day. Instead of typing the R, I hit the T. So it came out as Ted instead of Red. Well, then they started teasing me. They're like, now you're going to have to do a video of being Ted. So I actually went out and I bought a fake mustache. So I still got to do videos of Ted.
Well, have
It's
fun
like
with
it's
that, you know?
struggling.
Make it
Like
crazy.
you guys keep blinking in and out. Darn it.
Yeah, so every once in a while, if you see Ted from Sherry, that's aimed towards me.
Is it gonna work now? No,
But I'm going to jump off. There's a couple of more lives popping on here. I just wanted to come up and say hi and I don't know, just trying to get myself used to doing these lives.
He's only leaving because I'm here now.
Well, there's a bunch of channels I follow too. You know, we've been on for how
I
long?
know, Billy Joe, I'm picking on you.
Yeah, but 5 o'clock, Conrad Homestead comes on, and I've been waiting for them all week. So, and I've got nothing to do today. It's kind of my internet day.
Yeah, it's kind of how
And
it
if I
is
jump,
here.
if I jump off, it might give Anne Marie some reprieve for not having her bandwidth too spread out. So, thanks, and I'll catch you guys a
Okay.
little bit later.
Love you,
We'll
Billy
try it
Joe.
again. Good night,
Love you
Billy
guys.
Joe.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for jumping on here with me.
Yeah,
See, now it
one-
froze again.
I got a story to tell. It's actually quite funny.
Okay.
I used to talk to Sherry, two family, Sherry. We talk a lot.
Yeah.
Me and her and Brenda from Duncan, 1900. One day I was just having a
Now
really,
I'm getting
really bad-
robotic voice again. Hold up a
I wonder
second.
why.
Let's see if I can get a better signal.
Oh, hello, Farming HVAC. Yeah, it's HVAC.
Yeah, it's all robotic. So you can tell your story. I might not be able to hear it though until I do the playback.
Anyhow, I was having a really bad day, and I could hear Sherry and Brenda in my head telling me to put my big girl panties on and continue on. And so that became a joke. And I'm doing this by myself. Now watch my brain go into sudden stop, and I don't know what to say. There she is.
I'm back. And you're not robotic, so maybe let's cross our fingers and let me get out a roll of aluminum foil.
This has been a really fun game of peekaboo.
I'm telling you, man. I should like change clothes every time, right? So each
Quick
time I come back
change.
with a different shirt on.
It would be bad if it came back as you were just putting it on. You're like, oh.
Oh, I know. That would be horrible. Nobody wants to see that.
No.
Okay, did you tell your story and I missed it?
I didn't. But
Okay.
anyways, I could hear Sherry and Brenda's voices in my head. Put your big girl panties on. I'm like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. They're encouraging me. Well, I typed Sherry. I could hear this. I typed what I could hear in my head. And then I went and took a shower. When I got out, she had messaged me, do you have them on yet? And I went, actually, I just got out of the shower, so no. She goes, Red, I didn't need that in my head. I'm getting ready to go live here in about 5 minutes.
That's too funny.
And I told her, I said, well, you know what Confucius says, don't you? She goes, what? And I went, we're all naked underneath our clothes. So when I signed on to her channel that night as Ted, Red, and Confucius. That's why she couldn't talk that night. Because she's too busy laughing, and Daryl's sitting there going, what is wrong with you?
That's too funny.
She wanted to kill me that night. If she'd been here, she probably would have.
She was in here earlier. I don't think she's in here anymore, but she was in here earlier. So, but that was like I can't believe I've been on for 2 hours.
Wow.
Now I think I'm going to start doing a live at like 10 o'clock at night, and just whoever shows up, just to get my watch hours up, so I can gain back some of what I lost those 6 months I was gone, and just hang out with friends and chat until my house gets here. Once the house gets here, I'll be way too busy for anything. Dilly, come here.
Yeah, when I
Kadir,
told Billy Joe how big our chicken coop was, he said, I can live in that. I said it's
How
got
big
2
is
walls.
it?
It's
I
8
saw
by
the
12.
delivery of it. It's
It's
8 by 12. Yeah. They had some here. I think they were 8 by 10. I want to say they were like 8 by 10. They might have been even smaller, but they were $750. And it was a shed that was converted into a chicken coop. And now I wish I would have bought one because I could have lived in it. But because I'm sure there are a whole lot more now. But this is $750. It already had all the windows in it and everything.
We paid
roofs.
$3,000 for ours.
Yeah, see, I think they've gone up. That we saw that one. It was in January when I came up, and everything has just skyrocketed since then. The shed that I was going to buy was like 9,000 in January, 15,000 when I got here in March. Now it's even higher. So that's why I'm glad that I bought this mobile home. Is going to be this mobile home is going to be a whole lot cheaper, even after I pay to have it moved, than it would have cost me for a shed. So
yeah, but 15, that's ridiculous.
Oh, I know. That was 15,000 with no okay, the shed that I bought in California, in Washington, I did soffit vents, so that the roof could vent and stuff. This shed, they wouldn't even do soffit vents or house wrap on it. So it wasn't even built as good as the one I had in Washington. It wasn't built to be lived in, and it was going to cost me 15,000, and I was really close to buying it, and I thought, well, I'm just going to sleep on it. And then the next night is when that first mobile came up for sale. And I was like, I could do a mobile home. I never thought I'd live in a mobile home, but I could do a mobile home if they're like 4,000. Well, it worked out even better than that. I want to find an old child's playhouse to maybe do up as a chicken coop. That would be really cool, Christy.
I've seen them done that way.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
But
yeah, it may be a while. I may just have a little square box for them to sleep in for a while until I get a real chicken coop for them. But
yeah, well, we're gonna have we're growing our flock. Right now, we only got 6 girls out there, but we're getting 22 in on the 23rd, I think, of June. So 4 of those I'm raising for my sister because her granddaughter had brain surgery and she's got a stent and all. So they got to be really careful.
Have the dust.
Yeah, so that she can't be around baby chickens. But my sister wanted chickens. So I'm like, well, I got to raise my own. So why don't I just raise yours with them? And then when they get fully feathered, I'll bring them to you.
Right.
So that's what we're doing.
Well, I'm going to start off with 6 hens and a rooster. And then I'm just going to let them do their chicken stuff. And if one of them becomes broody and sits on them, then I will move out which ones I don't keep. And I can either sell them or, rehome them or whatever. And keep younger ones in the flock. Homemade chicken pizza pockets done, and I'm eating one. Ooh, that actually sounds really good.
We had to kill our rooster after he tried to bite Travis in the face twice.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And
see, I've never had a mean rooster. I know my sister has, but I've never had a mean rooster, so I've been lucky in that regard. But
well, not only did he try to bite Travis in the face twice, he bucked up against Matt. He was attacking 2x4s that was in the run. He then decided to attack the lawnmower, and then he decided to try to kill my olive eggers.
Okay, he's not vicious then. He's just crazy. You should send him to Ed's Crazy Homestead.
Oh, he's been a long time ago.
Yeah. Drop. I hope you did a video on that. I would love to see how that's made.
I don't know how to make pocket pies or pizza pockets. Pocket pies.
It's just like a pizza. You just fold it over and cook it that way. But I have an awesome recipe for homemade pizza dough and pizza sauce and all that stuff, but I haven't made it in so many years.
We
You
make
didn't
pizza
do a
sauce,
video?
or not, well, spaghetti sauce every year. You
Oh
know,
no,
so
I did a specific pizza. It was just for pizza and it had anchovy paste in it and it was really, really good. And I haven't made it in years because it's only me, so you don't make this big old pizza for just you. But I want to. I can't wait until I get a kitchen again where I could cook again.
well, see, we can too.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, I think we have like 24 quart-sized jars of spaghetti sauce over there.
Nice.
I mean, you know, I still got a can of our strawberries. Still got to make our pineapple jelly. And then this summer we're going to be canning. I actually got a recipe, and it's in one of my videos.
I used to
Very
make
easy to make.
apple cinnamon jelly with the red hot candies and then the apple juice. But I don't know why I bothered to can it because my kids would eat it so fast that it'd be gone. You know, no matter how much I made, they would just eat it up, and it was really good.
Well, we
And then
also make
apples with them.
we can apples. You know, make apple. I can't think of the word of it now. It just went up my head. Apple butter.
Oh yeah,
And you know, just applesauce. You know, cinnamon applesauce, and one thing that don't stay here in our house for very long is peaches.
yep. Hello, Jocelyn.
Hello, just learned.
Yeah, Drops, I'm gonna have to go through your recipe videos. I have not been watching a lot of recipe videos only because I don't have of cooking right now. So watching that kind of stuff, that and gardening videos just makes me depressed because I can't garden or cook right now. But
Yeah.
and I haven't been able to in a while. But I'm gonna have to go back through and look at all those because once I get a kitchen going.
Well, what I tried
Yep,
to do is I
apple
tried to
cider is
put,
my favorite.
you know, what we were using, exactly how much we were using and everything, you know, and how to make it twice in a video. So if you didn't get the chance to copy it all down the first time, or you still had, you know, did I write that down correctly? I got it at the end of the video too.
Nice. No, I can't wait for all that stuff.
Yeah, it was fun. Honestly, you know who taught me how to can?
And Drops, I did watch your homemade tomato soup one. Who taught you how to can, Red?
Travis.
Oh, nice.
My son taught me how to can. Yeah. You couldn't
Now,
get me to do it when I was his age. You couldn't drag me into
Christy,
a kitchen.
how long can they stay in? How come? Bleh. Is my internet going? Show. There it goes. She says, I have 2 peach trees in pots. Another thing to move. How long can the peach trees stay in a pot for? Or do they get root bound after a while?
They probably would.
Oh, I think
Drops
my
Family
internet's
Garden
acting
I
up
have
again.
too. I just look at it and go, yeah, it's about so. But when I was his age, you couldn't get me in the kitchen. But then I had a really big scare when I was just
All right, my
about 8
internet's
years
acting
old.
up again. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. I'm like frozen here. Yeah, Drops. That's how I am. Am I back yet, or is it still frozen?
You're still there. You are.
Darn it!
Yeah, when I was about 8 years old, I saw my mom reach into the stove, and she had a kitchen towel. Well, the kitchen towel came down and hit the bottoms, you know, the eyes in the oven, and it caught the towel on fire. Well, that scared me, so I wouldn't go back in the kitchen after that.
Okay, am I back again?
Yeah, you're back. Yeah,
Oh, you
after that
can just
incident
hear.
with the cow catching on fire, like I said, it scared me.
I'm going to go ahead and close this up because it's like really acting up for me. It's freezing on me now.
All right. Well, I want to wish every one of you a great, great day. And I hope next week is very blessed for you all.
Same, and watch for my late night lives because that's probably when I'm going to try and do this again is at like 10 o'clock at night when I have a better signal because this is crazy right now. So I will
Understandable.
talk with you guys all later. Thank you, Red, for me.
Thank you for having me.
And I will talk to you guys later.
All right. Bye, everyone.